Our Prairie Hills Wetland Reserve is near Banner, Illinois, not too far from the Illinois River. It's a treasure, and we'd like to share it with you.
There is a 600-mile pipeline running through 4 states, Oklahoma to Pontiac, Illinois. The Enbridge Pipeline Company basically had $25 million that they had to put up for mitigation of when the habitat was destroyed putting in the pipeline. A month or so after we got that information, this property, there was 650 acres affected here, was being posted for sale by the Central Utility Coal Company. Being that we thought this was a valuable piece of property that they were looking for, we contacted the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and the Conservation Fund to have them take a look, to get their thoughts. And when they came down here, they just kind of, oh, this is the best piece of property that we have seen, that we want. We actually closed on the property in December 2014.
This piece of land is literally and figuratively a keystone. The actual map of the area looks like a keystone. It actually does function that way because it joins Banner Marsh on one side, Rice Lake on the other. This provides a connection. Connection corridors are very, very important, and so having a property this size that's connected to other conserved properties makes it even more valuable.
We're taking the hole out of the donut, and we're going to fill that back in with prairies, grasses, trees, wetlands. Nature's going to take over. It's going to be what it was pre-settlement.
I'm kind of fascinated by the number of uses man has found for this property and the reasons. Certainly the Native Americans utilized this property, and then it became desirable as hunting, fishing, farmstead, then became desirable for coal.
It's a very diverse area geologically speaking because of the glacial action. There's lenses of sand and gravel throughout the area. The number 2 coal seam is one of the lower seams in the Illinois basin, and that's why we would have been able to mine it. But I got the opportunity to be the project engineer on developing the mining plan for this area for Freeman United. As project engineer, what I had to do was to decide what was the best way to mine it, what was the best way to reclaim it, how to meet all state and federal regulations, which was I would say, a Herculean task. But our plan was, after reclamation goals were met and bond was released, to create a corridor through here that tied Banner Marsh to Rice Lake. It was amazing what Prairie Land Conservancy's vision was compared to what my vision was. I was a project engineer. I knew what it should look like to make this into what Prairie Land Conservancy is all about. That's what I want to see happen personally.
You know, Illinois used to be the prairie state, and now there's only 1/100th of what's left of prairie. So if we can put back what has been taken away, every little bit helps.
What we're really interested in is making the property functional. Functional for flood control, functional for wildlife habitat, functional for the botanical species that are here. It's for them.
What exists here doesn't really exist anywhere else. It should be here to provide biodiversity for the area. Restoring this land, as Prairie Land Conservancy is discussing and planning, those are important things to see so that you can have an understanding and appreciation for nature. And it provides an opportunity for ecotourism in the area.
The land property is open to the public. They'll just give them another opportunity to come out and enjoy nature. You know, just slowly moving through the woods, listening, observing. You can get back up in the woods here behind me and you just lose all sound except for the crickets and the birds and nature chatting at you.
As long as someone sees as well as looks, the beauty is everywhere. The natural cycles that occur. There's so much going on out there.
During times when the water was high, I walked all the way down to the end of it and there was a family of river otter. It was the mother, the father, and there was 5 little ones. and they were just having so much fun running up and down the bank and playing with each other. And those treats you don't get the opportunity to see. When you devote something to a restoration project, you do have that opportunity. With the public access that's going to be allowed here, it's no telling what you're going to get to see.
It gives me a great deal of satisfaction to be able to look out and say, this is ours, it's safe, we're going to take care of it.
Prairie Land Conservancy is dedicated to preserving the landscape of Western Illinois. You can learn more about us by getting up on the web at prairielandconservancy.org.